Many people have a goal of house hacking the traditional way, buying a duplex, renting out half, and living for free. The only problem? These deals don't really exist anymore, but it can still be possible in slightly larger multifamily buildings. Meet Sam. She bought a rundown triplex for $1.5 million, renovated it, and is now able to live almost for free.
I'll be paying around $144 of my mortgage after the rents.
Today, we're gonna take a tour of the property, look at the before and after transformation, I'll break down the renovation costs, and we'll talk about how it's possible for you to do this too. And before we start, if you're new here, my name is Shelby Church. I'm a real estate agent working on a Compass team based in West LA. And Sam, who is in this video, is also an agent who specializes in architectural properties on LA's east side, the canyons, and all across California. If you're looking to buy or sell in LA, I'll have a form down below where you can get in contact with either of us. And now let's take a look at this property.
Welcome to the Silver Laurel. This is a fully renovated, circa 1968 mid-century modern triplex in the heart of Silver Lake. We brought it back to its original period-specific roots after a long series of landlords who didn't care about design and preservation. When I bought the building, this was covered in the 90s. It was enclosed into the living space. So we basically like blew out the drywall and restored the balcony to its original grandeur. Yeah, it was listed for $172, I think, and I closed at $1,565.
This is not your typical landlord special. Sam took a very design-forward approach to this renovation.
We installed these clay pavers that just give a much more organic feel. This was where the trash cans actually used to live. And we fully landscaped it, so eventually it's like a privacy hedge against the building next door. All of these exterior walkways were they were carpeted. There was concrete and then carpet on top of them. Tore up all of that carpet, reinforced the concrete, and then also with the landscape company added this tile.
The landscaping looks incredible, but it was not cheap.
The landscaping and all the exterior tile and everything cost around $74,000, which was the biggest expense of the property. When you hear landscaping, it's not just plants, it's tile on every surface. It's grading the hillside. It's not Home Depot plants. These are native varieties that are really hyper specific to what it would look like in the 60s. And this is unit 1, fully renovated, completely everything here. It was originally the product of a terrible 80s remodel.
Sam put in the standard new floors, new paint, and some other fun additions.
Since I originally thought this unit was going to be for me, I was trying to spend as little as possible. So we kept the original cabinets here. There also used to be a full wall of cabinets up here. That just really felt claustrophobic. There's moonlight on the river. Everybody. We added 2 skylights in this unit, one right here, which just changed the game for natural light.
I think this is something that more landlords should consider because it makes the unit a lot more appealing. So these doors right here are another thing you very rarely find in a rental, but I think is a really cool add.
The wall to the living space originally ended here. It was here. These were 2 closets. I found the original plans with the county assessor's office, and we just blew these walls out and turned it back into a balcony. And it was already structurally supported because that's what it was in the original design. But yeah, these doors are certainly a favorite. Yeah, and we also added these traditional globe lights. This kind of modernist circular lighting is really common in the mid-century era. This bathroom was such a heavy lift. Beforehand, it was covered in the worst floor-to-ceiling tile you've ever seen. My designer and I joked it was like the prison cell bathroom, and there was no skylight. We added it, and it just changed the game.
This is a really high-end and unique bathroom for a rental, and it really matches the vibe of Silver Lake. Residents here are artsy and would actually appreciate this style. This unit also has 2 bedrooms.
Yeah, so these rooms aren't super special what we did what we could. One of the things that I wanted to do was replace all of the doors with like an original mid-century wood. And yeah, we also painted these closets because again, the budget wasn't super high in here.
What all went into the renovations?
Yeah, so I'll break it up by unit. Unit 1 was $56,500. Total.
That's pretty good. Keep in mind, this unit had a lot of structural changes, like opening up the balcony, adding washer and dryer hookups, as well as adding mini splits.
In unit washer itself was like $10,000. And like same with the balcony.
But they're, I think, very worth it.
Every comp I ran for unit 1 was like, I was not gonna get the rent I wanted unless there was a unit. And it makes sense, you know? People want that. They don't want to go to the laundromat, you know? But this is unit 2, also 2-bedroom, 1 bath. You know, because I did unit 1 first. I really learned what I liked and didn't like. In here, it actually had been renovated more than unit 1, but the renovation was kind of giving modern farmhouse, and that's not really my beat. So we pretty much did everything. There was tile from like 2002 that was in the kitchen and extending, and we just did hardwood floors in here. But yeah, the kitchen was also renovated. When I bought it, it was like white countertops, pretty boring, and you know, it's the same old tile. And we kept the appliances but did everything else. We actually didn't do like full new cabinets because I don't got the money for that, so we just refaced them and did custom cutouts.
Not only is refacing more cost effective, it's also a lot less wasteful. These cabinets were not that old, and with new doors, they look so much better without having to put a bunch of cabinets into a landfill.
There were already can lights installed, but the can lights they had looked like they could have been in a hospital. It was just so bright. And the new can lights, you can actually adjust the Kelvin level on the sides. But yeah, this unit actually had washer dryer installed, and it also had central HVAC installed, which was great. Okay, so this bathroom is probably my favorite room in the entire building. Beforehand, it was in the modern farmhouse camp of things, and we just totally, you know, restored it. I wanted to do floor to ceiling 4x4 tile because these kind of like wrapped baths and synonymous finishes is something you would totally see in like a 60s or like a 70s property. Bedrooms are very similar to the other unit, also hardwood, also tulip light.
And this unit also has 2 bedrooms, but this unit already had recessed lighting, which is an upgrade.
Unit 2 was $41,300.
Wow, a little less.
Yeah, because there was like, I didn't have to buy appliances.
Right.
And I also didn't add in-unit washer, and I didn't break out a balcony.
The units themselves totals around $90,000.
Yeah.
It's not too bad. Is that more or less than what you expected?
Way more. Yeah. It just, you know, when you want to do things right, it just costs money. It's not easy to spend like less than that for doing 2 bedrooms, 1 bath, and like trying to get the kind of rents that I want. Yeah, I also commissioned for a custom sign on the front of the property.
Love it.
From like an iron worker in Long Beach. That was about like $4,000 for like the silver laurel and like the custom numbers for each unit. The total I'm at around like 160, I think.
The renovation costs ended up being about $164,000 total. Let's talk about the rent that you're able to get.
Yeah, so unit 2 was just rented at $4,200. I'm still working on unit 1 and it's listed at $4,400. Because it has that premium of private outdoor space.
So the total rents for the 2 units is nearly $9,000, and Sam still lives in the last unit and plans to renovate it over time. So yeah, and then you live in the last unit, and so you probably rent out to a roommate for, what do you think?
Yeah, the room is really small, but there's a private bathroom.
Oh, that's
and
good.
A lot of people want to live in Silver Lake. It's very
cool
desirable.
Area. And you could walk to some stuff from here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And in my estimates, I'm conservatively estimating like $1,300, even though I think I'm likely going to get more than that once I like finish, you know, putting in furniture.
What is like your monthly cost on the property?
Yeah. So my monthly, the mortgage, taxes, insurance is about $10,039.
So then you're able to cover almost
all of it. I'll be paying around like $144 of my mortgage after the rents.
After, yeah, with a roommate, yeah.
There are caveats, like water and gas aren't separately metered for the property, so I have to just incur those costs. And there's also like landscaping, and you know, there's this thing when people are doing multifamily investing, you have to budget for CapEx.
Totally.
Which is like capital expenditures, like the roof's gonna have to get replaced in like 3 years, and like that's gonna be like 25 grand.
So you're essentially living for, depending on the utility expenses, 500 to 1,000 a month?
Probably, yeah.
Yeah. Are you seeing more deals like this lately?
Yeah, I think it's certainly a buyer's market in LA. There's just not a lot of multifamily buyers right now. If you are willing to like go out there and make a deal, you know, things can happen. This was originally listed at 1.7, which was out of my price range. And you know, I waited like 2 months and I won it.
Were you nervous about taking on the project?
Oh my God, I was terrified. I was like, it was such a big project and it was just me. Like I had a friend who was helping me with the design. Carla Touts, she's my rock. She helped me through it, but it was not like, I didn't hire her for the project. So it was me making the decisions, me managing the contractors. And yeah, I also feel like, you know, there's not a lot of precedent of like queer people investing in like multifamily or in real estate, period.
And it is, and honestly, it's like a lot of men. It's a lot of
old men. When you're the first at something, or when you're early in a category, it can feel intimidating. You gotta feel the nerves, but then you just have to like, I just realized that there were more important things than fear.
So all in all, pretty impressive. She got a great deal on the property, renovated it in a really cool design-forward way, and is now able to live almost for free, just dealing with maintenance and utilities. And if you're interested in doing something like this, fill out the form below and we can help you find something. Okay, I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. Hope that you learned something. It was super interesting and fun for me to make. All right, that is going to be it for this video. I hope that you guys enjoyed, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!